Back in September, the Colts lost their last matchup against the Jaguars. Can Jacksonville sweep the series? Find out next on EA Sports.
Now, the humidity's still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last weekend, they put one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Ashton Doolin now to return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
That one's on Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Richardson going right to the air. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slipped on him in the pocket.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And unable to connect, incomplete.
They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
It does especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get... and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And he will find Ridley on the left side.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
The Jaguars in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On second down, it's Taylor. Nice little juke.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Back to Taylor on first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go play action with Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. Second down, another run with Taylor.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And that is incomplete.
This defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Now Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ball start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Now Lawrence to throw.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. He did not. And is marked short.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Agnew now to return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off the draw, here's Johnson.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal.
The kick by McManus is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Richardson.
And that one goes incomplete. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here's Agnew. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Brings up 2nd and 2. the 27-yard line.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville.
Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Lawrence.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anthony Richardson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Jamal Agnew. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more.
They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Richardson now on second down.
Had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A great effort there. His first touchdown of the year.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch it. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
On play action, Lawrence.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk from 19 yards away.
And the Jags get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by the time.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Richardson looking to throw.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Colts.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
On first down, Richardson. And he's got Pierce.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Back to the air with Richardson.
Touchdown, Colts.
Jelani Woods.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
21.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Colts 33-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
That's good for a Jaguars.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Dearness Johnson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The return is Doolin. And he returns this to the 22. So Richardson and the Colts now
down by 10. Just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Now Richardson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Bigsby will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 44.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Once again, we got to get it done. Let's go.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jaguars, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.